Hello and welcome back to the Geek and Bee. My name is Bianca the Bee and the Geek and Bee. Welcome back to my channel. I always like to say you should always celebrate your geekiness. There's nothing wrong with being geeky, weird, or dorky. You should not let anyone tell you otherwise, okay? So, this video is a first video of a series I'm going to be doing, and it's a book recommendation series. So, I am a avid reader. I've loved to read. I've always read truthfully since high school. Once I got into high school, truthfully I could thank my English teacher for that one, truthfully. And English class, I've never really read before that, but I did start reading, and I just did non-stop much, and I have like a Kindle, and I always keep it with me, and before that I would carry books with me, and then carry another book with me whenever I would almost finish with another book, just so I could start another one, and I can always have something with me to read, especially when I travel. That's when I do most of my main reading, when I travel, going anywhere. I just find it so peaceful and so amazing, and it's a great way to escape the world and just enjoy something and imagine another world. All right, so what I'm going to be doing is just recommending books. You don't have to read them, but there are a lot of books, mainly supernatural fantasy books is all I pretty much read. I might have something slightly different later on down the line, but there is a bunch that I do love, and I've always stuck with that one. I love the fantasy and the magic and all that stuff to it. So this is always why I've always read books like that. So I'm just gonna go, make videos recommending books, telling you guys a bit about it, and give you guys information. If you decide to read it, then you read it. It's your choice, okay? So I've been rereading a lot of the old books I haven't read in a while. It hasn't been anything new I've really started, nothing I've really been too interested in reading. But I figured I'd reread some of the old series. And there's this one series that's called Darkest Powers. Alright, it's by Kelly Armstrong, trilogy series that I haven't read in a very long time, and I couldn't remember what it was about until I started reading, and then it came familiar to me, and I realized, oh my god, this thing was amazing. Why did it take me so long to reread it? So, it's pretty much about this girl named Chloe, alright? She grows up, and she's used to moving and changing her life a bit, and she starts a new school, and she's in school, and she is I think she's like in the arts. She wants to be like a film writer and be part of like making movies and all that stuff like that. So she goes to school one day and ends up seeing a ghost. She sees this janitor who's like half melted and crazy looking, and she totally freaks out and goes nuts, and her school ends up sedating her, and then she wakes up to be in a hospital. Alright, and then after that, she gets sent to a group home for mentally unstable kids, where they go and they help them, to help them understand and help them to fix and find out what's wrong and all that stuff, instead of going to like an actual hospital. It's nothing too serious. So she goes there, she's there with a bunch of the kids and meets them and thinks, she's crazy, but then she's still seeing these ghosts, but she doesn't believe it. And while she's there, she finds out she's a necromancer. And also, eventually, she realizes, and the other kids realize, that this is not a group home for mentally disturbed kids. It's actually a home for supernatural kids. And they later on find out about being part of an experiment and a whole bunch. And they go out, they leave the place and they're on the run from this group when they were children, did experiments on them with their powers. So it's her and 4 other group members, Derek, Simon, and Tori, and they go out and they're on the run, and they're trying to hide away from this group, and it's a bunch of other stuff too. They meet other people, a bunch of other stuff happen, but I don't want to give it all away. But that's the main premises of it, and she just works on her powers, and they're on the run, and they meet all these people, and there's people trying to capture them or actually hurt them, and yeah. Okay, so it's pretty much a group of supernatural teenagers. So when I started reading it, I'm like non-stop reading, non-stop. I did not want to put my book down. I did not want to stop reading. Even when I got off the train, I literally read it, all 3 books. And maybe I like to try to read slow, and I'm a normal reader. I don't read too fast. I hate doing that because then you finish the book too early. But I'm a normal pace reader, and this one I read so quickly, and I was like, oh, I have to continue, I have to continue, I have to continue. It was so good. I forgot how amazing it was. And I recently just finished it, unfortunately. So I just wanted to tell you about the series. So there's 3 books in this series. Alright, the first one is called The Summoning. The second one is called The Awakening. And the last one's called The Reckoning. Okay, so it's a 3-book trilogy, The Darkest Powers by Kelly Armstrong. It's an amazing supernatural book of just supernatural teenagers, and they find out so much about their past and their life, and how to work their powers and all that, which I just found to be amazing. I've always loved stuff with like supernatural powers. I've always been a huge fan. Like, you guys, if you see my channel, you know I love Charmed, and one of the reasons why is because of the powers thing. And I grew up watching Sabrina the Teenage Witch, which I loved, and all that stuff. So I've always been a thing for powers, and something I've always wished I had. But yeah, all right. So that is my first book I'm recommending. It is amazing series, and I love it. There is another book series that she made called Darkness Rising, and I haven't read it in a while, but I'm probably going to end up making a video about that one as well. I'm working on probably reading that next. And there's a bunch of other things that are amazing. Most of them, like I said, will be supernatural, but I figured I'd let you guys know what it is. And yeah, alright, so I highly recommend you read it if you guys are a fan of supernatural fantasy books, especially of just supernatural powers and just supernaturals in period. I highly recommend you read the book. It is amazing, and I love it so, so much. It has love, it has action, it has powers, it has friendships, it has betrayal, it has a whole bunch to it. It has a history. So, yeah, okay, so that's it. I just wanted to let you guys know about it. I will be doing this with other books that I've read and letting you guys know. Just recommending it to you guys in case you guys were interested in finding something new. So, thank you guys so much again for joining me. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already. I make a lot of Harry Potter, Charmed, and I'm going to be working on some more Disney, because those are my 3 loves. And of course, this new series of book recommendations. You should turn on your notifications so you'll be aware whenever I post a new video. I post at least once a week. Sometimes I'll do 2, so as a bit of a surprise. So you'll have to wait and see. And that's it. So thank you guys so much again for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.